Anti-fertility chemicals found in Americans' top cereals. This is a wild, wild story. Another wild story from Frank Berman. Frank Berman's on Slay News. Just crazy stuff. It seems like they put all types of poisons in our food. I think this is another depopulation plot, similar to a lot of the other things that they're doing, medically and things like that to us. I can't really speak on on some of those things on this platform, but we will talk a little bit about what's going on with these cereals. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. A troubling new study has found that a staggering 80% of Americans have been exposed to anti-fertility chemicals that have been discovered in popular cereals. The study has found that vast numbers of Americans have tested positive for a chemical that was found in Cheerios and Quaker Oats cereals. According to the study published in a peer-reviewed journal of exposure science and environmental epidemiology, 4 out of every 5 Americans tested positive for the chemical. Again, this is a study. This is not me making this stuff up. A peer-reviewed study from a reputable science magazine, science journal, I should say. Researchers examined urine samples from American citizens to determine their exposure to the chlormequat chloride, a plant growth chemical. Exposure to a certain chemical can lead to reduced fertility. The chemical also harms developing fetuses even when it is present in doses that are below the acceptable levels recognized by regulatory authorities. According to researchers, chlormequat was found in 80% of urine samples collected between 2017 and 2023. Additionally, they noted a significant increase in concentrations observed in samples collected in 2023. The study was conducted by the Environmental Working Group, or EWG. The chemical was detected in 92% of oat-based foods purchased in May 2023, including Quaker Oats and Cheerios, EWG said of the findings. According to the study, 23 out of 25 conventional oat products tested had detectable levels of chlormequat. In addition, 1 in 8 organic, now these are supposed to be the safe stuff, oat products, and 2 in 9 wheat products had low concentrations of chlormequat. And the study also collected 96 urine samples. Of those samples, 77 showed the presence of chlormequat. These findings suggest that the subjects were likely exposed to the chemical continuously. Chlormequat leaves the body approximately 24 hours after ingestion, the researchers noted. The percentage of samples containing chlormequat increased over time from 69% in 2017 to 74% in 2018 through 2022, and then 90% in 2023. I mean, that's just wild. And the study suggested that the higher chemical concentrations of 2023 samples, quote, may reflect the likely recent introduction of chlormequat into the U.S. food supply. Such changes include establishing limits on chlormequat in food in 2018 and raising those limits for oats in 2020, it said. These actions permitted import and sale of agriculture products that had been treated with chlormequat, for example, from Canada. At present, the Environmental Protection Agency only allows the use of chlormequat in the United States for ornamental crops, not for food crops. The agency allowed the chemical to be present in imported oats in 2018, raising allowable limits in 2020. Following a 2019 application submitted by chlormequat manufacturer Tominico, the EPA proposed in April last year to allow the use of chlormequat on oats, barley, wheat, and um, triticale grown in the United States for the first time. Now, this is just wild. The EPA really do not have our best interests at heart. They again, they regulate the crap out of us, but the stuff that needs to be regulated, they don't regulate. Look at what's going on here. EWG said it, quote, opposes the plan. The study suggested that if domestic use of chlormequat were approved, chlormequat levels would likely continue to increase in oats, wheats, and other grain foods, leading to higher levels of exposure for the U.S. general population. The research was funded by the Skyline Foundations, and the authors declared no competing interests in the study. So, I mean, this is a legit peer-reviewed study from a legitimate uh, scientific journal. So I haven't looked at the study myself. So maybe I'll do some look into it myself to make sure that it passes my sniff test. You know, um, I'm trained in statistics, advanced statistics, and all of that stuff. So I know how to read. I know how to read a study and tell if it's bullcrap or not. But from just this cursory reading here, it sounds like it's legit. I'll go and look at the numbers to verify. But be careful. Be careful. It seems like this is by design. If y'all have never seen the movie Son of Man, check it out. But that's what it's going to happen if we continue to in our government continue to allow things like this into our food supply and into our medicines and stuff like that. Is absolutely will destroy uh, uh, civilization as we know it. But let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.